Hey everyone, I hope you are ready for 2023 because today I am going to go through my 2023 planner setup. I'm really excited. This has been kind of a long time coming. I feel like I've found my planning style, which is very like whimsical, magical, fantasy, bohemian kind of style, and I have been able to kind of customize things the way I want them. I probably did more customization this year than even previously. So we'll start with a little recap of my 2022 planners, what worked, what didn't kind of thing, and then we'll get into these babies right here. So stay tuned. All right, so my 2022 planners were definitely a dark florals theme. And it definitely carried through like all of them, even my budget planner to a certain degree. So I used the Have a Brave Heart Mini Vertical for my social media planner. And you might note that I have these back on like just regular classic size plastic disc. And all the covers off and everything. That's because I've already changed them out. So anything I'm reusing or repurposing has been kind of salvaged. So this is how thick it is. It's pretty thick. And I have to do my 2022 in review here. I just have some cute little stickers from Mushy Works. And then I've got to fill out next week for New Year's. But basically this was the first time that I had gone through to use a mini for doing my social media planning for weekly, and I did a health and wellness dashboard, and then I did the monthly as a fitness tracker. So let's just kind of take January for an example. So I had started getting vertigo symptoms, and I had been tracking those. I may not do this as much in 2023 because now I kind of know what my triggers are, but it was really helpful for me to have that there. So I'll probably just use this for something different. I always log my menstrual cycle. I liked having like little prompts like this and like putting in medical appointments that I needed to know about. So I'm going to continue to use this as that type of dashboard. And then this worked awesome. I have a full reel on my YouTube channel, on my Instagram, which is Valkyrie Plans. If you're interested in seeing a full flip through, basically, I just use the monthly spreads in my mini as like a giant fitness tracker. So any kind of like cardio that I do, or like hard labor that I'm counting as cardio. For instance, I spent like 4 hours hanging wallpaper. That kind of thing is in here too. But basically this is just motivation to continue to be physically active, even though I am immunocompromised and there's some things that I can handle and some things I can't. It's still important to me to be physically active and to have fun. And nothing says fun to me like being able to put a sticker on something. So that is like my reward. So this has been working really well. I'm going to continue to do this. These were my 2022 goals. And I still need to do a giveaway. And I have plans to do that in the new year. So be watching my Instagram for that. Most of my spreads are fully like after the pen, and I didn't miss decorating any weeks in my planner either for the small one. A couple, I think there's like 1 month in my classic I missed. So I was pretty happy with this. I even liked the mini vertical layout. The horizontal is still my favorite, but overall the experiment with using a mini really did work. So I am keeping that in the new year. So this is my mini setup. I'll leave a link to the video for this, but for 2 of these I've already gone through and really shown everything. This is my mini planner. This is like fully set up. I have it in a Simply Gilded B6 cover, and I've already kind of gone through and flipped through, shown it. So this is all set for the new year. The only thing I haven't done is basically glue these two pages together. But this is the horizontal layout, and I took these guts from the 90s planner. So this is the Cosmic Watercolor. I have not gone through and individually decorated the pages. I usually do it for the whole year for the at a glance and then the monthly. So I will go back and I'll be doing that sometime soon. But basically we just have a fun like moon fairy type theme for this one. So that is the mini, and basically doing the same thing in the new year with this, except for I'm going to have a horizontal instead of vertical. So very excited about that. So very quickly want to talk about my budget setup. I have a whole video on this particular planner and how I've set it up that I will link. So we won't go through everything, but basically this is a monthly happy planner. It was the homebody planner, and it has just undated everything. And it worked out pretty well for me. One thing that I wanted to try in the new year was, again, just simplifying things, using what I have and trying to find my own aesthetic. So I do believe I've done that with the budget planner I'm using in 2023. So the full making and setup of this, I have a whole video. Again, I'll link. I'm just gonna kind of show you the end results here. This was my cover from this year, and I have just put it onto the disc from the Wildflower Be Happy box. I have a little Simply Gilded bow here that I've hung a little fairy keychain from, and I also have this cute little mini calendar here that has the flower fairies, so I can see like dates really clearly. I did that instead of having like the little calendar pages there. But I also have, there's you'll recognize all this from the Wildflower Be Happy box. This is all with filler paper, stuff I already had. I have this little calendar here as well, so it's quite possible I might just use this as a desk calendar because I don't think Simply Gilded is making one, in which case I might put like a little calculator or notepad or something else here. So that is just there for right now. I added my little Valkyrie from before. Some of you may remember this from my 2020 setup. Just loved her so much that I had to add her back, and I think she goes really well with the mushrooms. This is from Mushy Works. And this is just a little extra envelope. Sometimes I'll put coupons I plan to use or things in here so I don't lose them. And then everything else in here, with the exception of the dividers, which are from Nikki's Paper on Etsy. The vellum I printed, decorated myself, and then all of these have already been decorated. So I literally have the entire full year decorated in this planner. I have like a magical fairy pre-Raphaelite type of theme. This is the bookmark I'm using. This is also from the Wildflower Be Happy box. Basically trying to use the whole Wildflower Be Happy box with this. And then I'm also using some of the Live Love Posh rainbow florals. And this does have a rainbow aesthetic as well. So I'm very happy with that. You can see, like, just going through the months and things. I really loved, let me show you June. Here's May. So, like, Mother's Day. Here is June. And basically have already gone through the whole year and planned everything out. So it's just to fill in now, like all the decorating is already done. And I have in the back, let's kind of go to the back here. After we go through December, this is another little fairy cover that I printed on from Etsy, from my Etsy shop, and laminated. I've got 3 little tabs. This says don't forget. So these are trackers for the year. I got these from her Disorganized Plans. I have notes pages, so extra notes pages, and then extra list pages as well. So that is everything in my budget planner. I pared it down a lot. I realize I don't necessarily use the at a glance page for and then the monthly like overview page as much as I use like the monthly and then like the spending tracking and things like that. So that's really, it's really just the same as this in terms of like a monthly layout. I just took away some of the pages, trimmed it down, and simplified it for my needs. So I'm very excited to use this since I literally printed it out and like made everything myself. I'm very proud of it. So I'm excited to try this. All right, last but not least, what you're probably the most curious about is my classic Happy Planner, my main planner. So this is what I use, like a catch-all. I use it for work. Pretty much like just my regular plans. Outside of like social media. So this was the Life is So Lovely planner. This is a classic planner. I used this year in 2022. One thing, the only thing I missed decorating again was my April monthly. Just it didn't happen. But that was a very busy time. I was using daily sheets. I was using everything else except for that monthly spread. So that was the only page that didn't get like filled out and decorated. But everything else did. And as you can see, it's a pretty full planner. One thing, this is from Sprinkled to Bits, this sticker kit. One thing that I really enjoyed was the lined vertical layout. It just works so well for me. However, it's just so difficult to get. I wish Happy Planner would do this more. So my next year will be in just a typical vertical. So if I want to add like lines and things, I'll just have to use stencils. But it's not like I haven't used that kind of layout before. But I just really, really loved this layout so much. And I'll show you a little peek of my New Year spread. This is Simply Gilded and Cute Cut Craft. And then the dolls are from Stick with Katie. But like, it just makes everything look so neat. It was very easy for me to decorate and still have it look coherent. I just loved it so much. These are not the pages that came with this planner originally. I took out guts from a different planner that had this style, and then I put them in here to use. So it is kind of slightly Frankenplan, I guess, but basically I just transplanted guts. Very similar to what I did for my mini planner for this year. And even on classic disc, like everything fit. It worked out really well. I still use like every bit of the planner. So that is sort of the carry on into this year. So we were very much like dark florals, purples last year. All the planners kind of matched that aesthetic. So for this year, 2023, I am going all out on the deco, and I wanted a lot of different things. I wanted like pink and green and like the colors that I love. I wanted like a fantasy aesthetic. I wanted something that was very busy, but like fun and engaging busy. So I already did a video on how I put together my deluxe cover. So if you want to see how I set that up, that'll be below. This is the only thing I added. I added these like little edges, these decorations. I think I got these from either Amazon or AliExpress. They're on my my large journal also, but I'll just flip this over so you can see. That's a little hollow sticker from Simply Gilded. So I had these. I just wanted to make it look more like a fancy old tome or something. So that was the one thing I added to my cover after I did the initial setup. And I freaking love it. Just looking at it makes me so happy. As someone who I would consider myself like a creative mind, and I like studied art history. I was an English major when I was in undergrad, and I've always loved like high fantasy and fairy tales and fiction, and having, you know, being imaginative and creative like that. And I work in a university. I'm around like a research environment, and like that's what I do, and I'm very good at that. I'm not complaining about that. I love being able to help students, and that's really my primary job. But I loathe the like beige pantsuit, minimalist, like casual, business casual style. It's just not me. And if I can get away with, like I said, like florals and Disney princess stickers for my work week planner, then that, it just makes me feel like I beat the system. So that's why I love it so much. So I am a professional, and this is my professional planner. It just happens to be colorful and filled with mermaids and fairies. So I wanted to make that clear. And it's not everyone's style. Like the work life line, I see so many people who like love that line from Happy Planner, or they just want everything neutral. And if that's your jam, like don't feel bad. That's your style. You have to do what works for you. I have been in the planner world since 2016, I think. Like a long time now. And I have kind of struggled to find out what works for me, and I'm finally at a place that I believe that I understand my aesthetic and what I want out of planning, out of decorative planning and journaling, and I don't compromise anymore. It's one of the reasons that I don't do a lot of partnerships, or apply for PR teams or things like that. I want to be able to have like full control over everything that happens to my planner. The stickers I use, the aesthetic that I follow, I can support small shops and the businesses and things that I like by using their product, by giving them my money, by sharing what I create. But I'm not going to, I want full creative control, I guess is what I'm trying to say. One of the reasons I love discbound is there's so much, just options for customizing. So that is just a little kind of sneak into my head before I show you everything. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up. This, you might remember, was the planner that I got on clearance at Joann's, because I just wanted it so bad. It was from the winter, I don't know if it was from the winter or like the spring collection from last year, but it's the 18-month planner. So I've taken out basically everything that was 2023 I put here, and everything that was 2022 I just have stored. I have a little journal card here and this little dragon. I realize this is also like a Game of Thrones style dragon. It's like a wyvern style I really like. This is just more, I have like brands that give me business cards that are big, so I have some of those in here, and then I have a whole series of some of those that I have elsewhere, in like a big old business card kind of holder situation. But I put the larger ones in these because I just like, these are the teeny florals envelopes. I just think they look really good with this planner. So this is just what you see when you open it up. Oops. There we go. So here is the inside cover. I have my Stick with Katie vellum from those days, Slay Your Days. And then this little Valkyrie was a custom order from Jalen Paper Co. And she's just so freaking cute. I love Valkyrie so much. And I have it on here kind of above where my name is. And here is my name. So it is in there. So then you have your year at a glance, and this page here, these two, I'm going to cover with black paper, and we're going to be making a vision board. I don't know if I'm going to film all of that or not, but I definitely am going to do it. I think using the blackout paper will work really, really well, and then I'm not wasting any of these in between pages, because I could just like glue these together and have this be the first page, but I think I'm going to use them that way. So I'm using a couple different of the bookmarks and these little dashboards. So this is from the Encouragers set, and this is the pink one. I'm also using for my monthly marker this one here, and then for my weekly I have the pressed florals. And I like these because they're all different colors, and then that just helps me remember and I don't have to label the tabs. So I have my at a glance page, and I love this. This whole aesthetic of this particular planner is 100% what I was looking for. We have like some illustration, we have paint swatches, we have all of this, we've got mixed media. Like it's perfect. So I was really happy, and then it's neutral on the inside. So starting January 2nd week. So that's basically what I'm using for my classic planner. I have a Simply Gilded pen here. This is from, I think, the Spring Goddess collection. And then I just had this one. I have family on the way, so I'm kind of like filming in between holiday stuff. So that is why Pebbles is so excited. I love this back cover. I love how busy it is. I love the different color florals. I just love it so much. I have some of my, I think these are like, yes, so these are just more business cards, but this quote says, "A flower does not think of competing with the flower next to it. It just blooms," which is a lesson that I have learned hard in my life. And I have this little flower I got from Steph's Design Space in the Advent calendar that I just thought was really pretty here, so I added it. And really, that's it. This is my full planner setup. And I have also been collecting sticker sheets from various shops and things that match this aesthetic. So like fantasy, whimsical, so that I can really focus on like decorating my planners with things that I enjoy. And so I try to, like, if I'm looking at a new shop and I know I want to support that shop and I'm going to go buy something, I'll try to find something that matches my aesthetic or that I can use from it. One thing I will say about my New Year's resolutions is I'm really going to try to rein in how much money I'm spending on planner stuff. I've given myself a set budget. I definitely went a little crazy in 2022, but however, from that, that's where I figured out my style, what I like, and so I can start to just kind of hone in on that. I do have 2 sticker subscriptions, and I'm going to talk about one of those in my journal thing, because journaling is something I've definitely amped up. So that'll be a totally separate video talking about what I'm doing for journaling. I'm trying some new things. I'm trying some new types of journals. And I have a different setup that I want to try to really maximize those goals, because journaling is something that has really gotten me through the rougher parts of the past couple years. And well, and my doctor told me to do it too. So I wish my therapist could just like write me like a prescription for all of my planner and journal supplies. That would be super helpful, wouldn't it? But for now, I just want to kind of show you again my 2023 planners. I am excited. I have sort of a green fairy fairy tale aesthetic going on. And then I have the little moon fairy here. But I'm really excited to use these in the new year. And I'm really happy with the level of customization that I had for this as well. So I'll leave links to the individual videos for like the budget and mini that I've done. And please let me know, what are you doing in 2023? I'm very interested to hear from you. And I will be back next week with another video. We'll have a journal setup coming as well. That one's going to be kind of involved, so I am taking my time to film it. I will see you all soon. Happy New Year and take care.